Oh, Canelo, you puta.
And this fucking YouTuber. I just fight real fighters.
And you call me a YouTuber, but you've never had a boxing match as big as mine. I promise you one thing, Canelo. Any fight that you do this year, mine will be bigger.
Canelo, I have the $200 million for you. Easy money. Jake Paul versus Canelo. Let's get it done. This is what the fans have been waiting for. This is the biggest fight that can possibly be made in boxing. Canelo said he's down on the phone, so we're gonna make it happen. I have the $200 million, and I think that's gonna be the next fight. So sign the contract, Canelo. Much respect to you. Let's make the biggest fight. And
Jake Paul has just made it clear that he wants a fight with Canelo Alvarez. According to Paul, he has $200 million ready for the matchup, and believes it would be the biggest fight currently possible in boxing. His comments quickly grabbed attention across the sport, and left many fans wondering whether the bout could actually become a reality. Considering the challenges and risks involved, many people reacted with surprise, and immediately began asking the same question: is this fight truly going to happen?
up to you, your inspiration. Me and you have a lot of similarities.
How much money did he want?
Canelo wanted $200 million. One day we make a good fight. Until then, we can be friends.
Would Canelo be the next fight, finally? Would that happen?
If he's not a... It's not about how long you've been doing something.
What makes this situation even more surprising is what Jake Paul was saying just a few weeks earlier. During a podcast appearance, he openly questioned whether he would ever step into the ring again. He spoke about titanium plates, medical evaluations, and doctors who were concerned about him continuing to box. This came after a serious injury that left him dealing with a badly damaged jaw and significant dental issues. Yet now that same Jake Paul is confidently sitting in front of cameras calling out Canelo Alvarez, and claiming he has $200 million prepared to make the fight happen.
An update on the healing process. We'll see what my doctors say. I think I'll be able to get a more accurate time frame, or, can I even fight again? That is definitely in the realm and possibilities of things. It does feel a lot better as weeks go by and time goes by, but I definitely need to get cleared first to be able to spar. But I'm sort of staying in shape. Just I'm always in the gym pretty much regardless, so just staying in shape and enjoying some.
This is far from a typical comeback story. In many ways, it captures everything people associate with Jake Paul: the controversy, the uncertainty, the sudden changes, and the headline-grabbing announcements. Just when it seems his path is clear, the story takes another unexpected turn. That is exactly why this latest challenge has attracted so much attention. To understand why it feels so significant, you have to look back to December 2025, when Jake Paul entered the ring against Anthony Joshua in Miami. Facing a former two-time unified heavyweight world champion, he described the fight as one of the greatest upset opportunities the sports world had ever seen.
Fucking go, bro. Let's put on a show for the fans. Let's go to war. Men have done crazier things throughout human history. This is the modern day gladiator sport. This is what we're here to do, is fuck each other up, and I'm ready. I want his hardest punches. I want there to be no excuses when it's all said and done, and let's fucking kill each other.
Jake Paul truly believed he had a chance to pull off the victory, and few people could question his confidence going into the fight. He dedicated himself to training and preparation, and entered the matchup believing his recent successes had put him on the right path. Wins over fighters such as Mike Perry, Ryan Borland, and Ryan Garcia strengthened his belief that he was building real momentum. However, Anthony Joshua represented a completely different challenge, and before the fight even began, Joshua made it clear that Paul was stepping into a much tougher level of competition.
They were licensed to kill. I'm sure many people don't understand it, but this is what my job is, and I just enjoy what I do. Whatever happens, happens. As long as my hand's raised, that's what's important, right? Respectfully. That's just the mentality we have to have as fighters. I don't know if any other fighter thinks that way. Maybe they're a bit more tamed. But the things I watch and the way my mind works, when you're in that ring, it's a dangerous place to be, and anything can happen. You hope your opponent leaves the ring safely, but if they don't, you still have to go to bed at night knowing that you've just done your job. It wasn't.
Anthony Joshua never tried to soften his message before the fight. At the press conference, he openly stated that his job was to inflict damage, and many people viewed it as the usual fight promotion designed to create excitement and sell the event. As it turned out, he was being completely serious. The opening rounds were relatively cautious, with Joshua staying patient, controlling the distance, and waiting for the right moments to attack. Some spectators felt Jake Paul was holding his own, while others wondered if Joshua was not fully engaged. Everything changed when Joshua increased the pace. He dropped Paul in the 5th round and put him down again shortly afterward. By the 6th round, the contest was finished. The punch statistics highlighted the difference in levels, with Joshua landing far more clean shots throughout the fight. It became a clear example of a fighter taking on a challenge beyond his comfort zone and facing the power of one of the most dangerous heavyweights of his generation.
Guys, day 2 in the hospital. Jaw's busted from the fight. You could probably see it. I hope I gave you what you wanted out there. Enjoy it. I'm healing up, and I'll be back soon. Let me know who you think I should fight next. Drop the name, and we'll make it happen when this jaw's ready.
The images Paul shared after the fight were shocking for many fans. His jaw appeared badly injured, and several of his teeth had been damaged as a result of the punishment he absorbed in the ring. Reports indicated that he suffered multiple fractures to his jaw and required significant medical treatment. He later underwent surgery where doctors inserted titanium plates and addressed the dental damage caused by the injury. Recovery was expected to take several weeks, and the period that followed was unusually quiet. There were no major announcements, no promotional campaigns, and none of the bold callouts that had become part of his public image. Then in May 2026, Paul reappeared during an interview with Ariel Helwani and made comments that immediately captured the attention of the boxing world.
Part of you that's like, this may not be worth it anymore. I did it. I proved my point. This is not fun. Let me go focus on other parts of the business and other parts of your life.
Yeah, those thoughts have definitely come up. But I'm not done. Like, I can just feel it in my spirit, my soul, my heart that I have more fights left and unfinished business in my mind. And injuries are a part of any sport. I think potentially this could be a good outcome. Like, you could tear an ACL and be out and keep on tearing it again. So it's just a part of any sport, and I definitely don't feel like I'm done and want to keep on fighting.
During the interview, Paul admitted that the possibility of never fighting again was something he had seriously considered. He explained that he was still waiting for medical updates and said his doctors were hesitant about allowing him to return to boxing. At the time, he was unable to spar and was limited to light training, while his future remained unclear. This was a very different version of Jake Paul from the one known for bold challenges and attention-grabbing events. Instead, he appeared to be dealing with the harsh reality of a serious injury and the uncertainty that came with it. Many boxing media outlets openly debated whether his career had reached its end because the details surrounding his recovery painted a concerning picture. With titanium plates in his jaw, ongoing rehabilitation, and months away from full training, many believed his body was sending a clear warning. Yet only days after those comments gained widespread attention, Paul surprised everyone by releasing a video calling out Canelo Alvarez for a potential fight.
Canelo, I have the $200 million for you. Easy money. Jake Paul versus Canelo. Let's get it done. This is what the fans have been waiting for. This is the biggest fight that can possibly be made in boxing. Canelo said he's down on the phone, so we're gonna make it happen. I have the $200 million, and I think that's gonna be the next fight. So sign the contract, Canelo. Much respect to you. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing.
Jake Paul stunned the boxing world when he claimed he had a $200 million offer ready for a fight with Canelo Alvarez. He said the two had already spoken privately and suggested that there was genuine interest in making the matchup happen. Presenting it as a massive opportunity, he urged Canelo to accept and described the fight as an easy payday. The reaction was immediate because only a short time earlier Paul had been discussing the possibility that his boxing career might be over due to injury. Now he was talking about a potential event that could feature one of the largest purses ever attached to a boxing match. That dramatic shift highlighted one of the most remarkable aspects of Paul's career. No matter how serious the setback, he seems determined to keep moving forward and quickly turns attention toward the next big challenge, even when questions about his recovery and long-term future remain unanswered.
Canelo, Crawford, all of these guys can just take a ticket. We'll see who I want to fight. I mean, he's not retired, bro. You guys have seen this millions of times in boxing. He's not retired. I mean, but he's got everyone talking about him now.
This is not the first time Jake Paul has mentioned a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez. Even before facing Anthony Joshua, he had already included Canelo among the high-profile names he hoped to fight in the future. Other major fighters such as Tyson Fury and Terence Crawford were also part of those discussions. At the time, many people overlooked those comments because Paul was focused on the challenge ahead of him against Joshua. Looking back, however, it is clear that a fight with Canelo had been on his mind for quite some time. The Joshua matchup was never viewed by Paul as the final goal, but rather as another step toward even bigger opportunities. Yet Canelo represents a completely different challenge with a level of experience, skill, and accomplishment that places him in a category of his own.
You want your legacy to be after that last match?
One of the best in the history of boxing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cry that day.
That day?
Yeah, a lot.
Why?
Because I'm gonna miss boxing so
You'll miss
much.
it? Yeah.
That moment when you walk into the ring and hear all the people screaming and singing that song you put and everything, I'm gonna miss that moment. But
Canelo Alvarez is widely regarded by many respected analysts and boxing experts as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of his era. Throughout his career, he has captured world championships across 4 weight divisions and built an impressive resume against elite opponents. His victories over fighters such as Gennady Golovkin, Caleb Plant, Jermall Charlo, and Billy Joe Saunders have strengthened his standing among boxing's top names. Known for his complete skill set, physical strength, and calm approach under pressure, Canelo remains one of the sport's biggest active stars. With his next fight reportedly expected later in 2026, some observers believe there could be an opportunity for other major matchups to be explored.
Solely for money, okay? And now he's offering $200 million to first ballot Hall of Famer, 4-division champion, 2-time undisputed super middleweight, the most decorated Mexican fighter in boxing history, superstar, first ballot Hall of Famer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who has 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39.
The boxing community reacted much the way many expected. At first there was disbelief and laughter, but that quickly gave way to serious discussion once people began considering the financial potential of a fight between Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez. While a $200 million purse sounds extraordinary, the commercial appeal of the matchup is difficult to dismiss. Paul's ability to attract huge audiences through streaming platforms, social media, and crossover entertainment appeal has helped him generate numbers that traditional boxing events often struggle to match. As a result, many observers can see why such a fight would attract interest from a business perspective. However, beneath all the excitement and speculation, there remains a major question that many people feel has not yet been fully addressed.
Jaw surgery, having my breakfast here in the hospital. Basically, I was at the Olympics and the plates and screws that they put in my mouth all started to come loose. One of the little screws came out of my mouth. I had to spit it out, and they were super worried about getting it infected, so we had to pull them out right away because essentially it was just this open wound sitting there in my mouth where there's food and bacteria. So it turns out, kids, that if you don't listen to your doctors when they tell you not to do anything for 2 months and you do a bunch of things, the screws and plates will come out of your bone. Don't be a dumbass like me.
One of the biggest concerns surrounding this potential fight is Jake Paul's physical condition. Reports indicate that he still has titanium plates in his jaw and has not returned to full sparring since suffering his injury. He previously acknowledged that doctors had serious concerns about his return to boxing and admitted that further medical evaluations would play a major role in determining his future. That reality exists alongside his call-out of Canelo Alvarez, who is widely considered one of the most skilled and dangerous fighters in the sport. Before any negotiations can become reality, the medical questions will need clear answers. Can Paul safely withstand the demands of high-level competition and absorb the type of pressure that Canelo brings into every fight? Those are not marketing questions, but genuine concerns about health and readiness. The timing also makes the situation especially surprising because only a short time before calling out Canelo, Paul was openly discussing an uncertain recovery process. While Canelo has not officially agreed to the matchup, Paul has stated that they have spoken directly and that there is interest in making the fight happen. Whether or not it becomes reality, many observers agree that the commercial appeal of such an event would be enormous.